Americans spend over $6 billion annually at Starbucks. That's enough money to buy Twitter twice over or fund the entire budget of NASA for half a year. But some Starbucks drinks pack more sugar than 4 candy bars and cost more per ounce than premium wine while delivering flavors that would make a chemistry lab jealous. For millions of Americans, Starbucks isn't just coffee. It's a daily habit, a comfort ritual, and sometimes the only thing standing between them and complete morning chaos. But these habits can blind us to reality. When you're spending $5 to $7 multiple times a week on drinks that promise energy, comfort, or indulgence, you deserve to know which ones actually deliver on those promises. Today, I'm exposing 5 Starbucks drinks that represent the worst value, taste, and overall experience on the menu. These are the orders that make baristas cringe and leave customers wondering why they didn't just make coffee at home. But subscribe and stick around, because I'll tell you about 3 drinks that actually justify the Starbucks premium through quality ingredients, satisfying flavors, and genuine value. Let's start with the most disappointing offender. The Chai Crème Frappuccino represents everything wrong with Starbucks' approach to taking beloved flavors and turning them into overpriced indulgences. This drink takes the warm, spicy complexity of traditional chai and transforms it into a cold, sugary mess that costs more than a quality chai latte while delivering significantly less flavor. Traditional chai is a beautiful thing. Black tea infused with warming spices like cardamom, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves, creating a complex flavor profile that's both comforting and energizing. The spices should dance on your tongue, creating layers of flavor that evolve with each sip. It's a drink with thousands of years of cultural heritage and careful balance. The Chai Crème Frappuccino takes this ancient tradition and runs it through a blender with ice, milk, and enough sugar to make your dentist weep. What emerges is a cold, sweet beverage that tastes vaguely of chai but lacks any of the warmth, complexity, or satisfaction that makes real chai special. When you blend chai concentrate with ice, milk, and sweeteners, you're essentially creating chai-flavored milk rather than a chai drink. The spices that should be prominent become background notes, overwhelmed by sweetness and the cold temperature that numbs your taste buds to subtle flavors. A Grande Chai Crème Frappuccino costs around $5.45, while a Grande Iced Chai Tea Latte costs $4.65. You're paying 80 cents more for a drink that contains significantly less chai flavor and more filler ingredients. It's like paying extra for a watered-down version of something you actually want. The caffeine content is practically non-existent compared to coffee-based drinks, so you're not even getting the energy boost that justifies coffee shop pricing. Many chai enthusiasts report ordering this drink once and never returning to it. The seasonal variations make it even worse, adding artificial flavors and additional sweeteners that further mask any authentic chai character. The Salted Honey Cold Foam Cold Brew sounds innovative and artisanal, but the reality is a confusing mess of flavors that don't work together, creating a drinking experience that leaves customers wondering what exactly they just paid $5 plus for. Cold brew coffee can be a delicious thing. The slow extraction process creates a smooth, less acidic coffee concentrate that highlights the natural sweetness and complexity of quality coffee beans. It's coffee in its purest form, requiring minimal additions to be satisfying and energizing. The Salted Honey Cold Foam Cold Brew takes this perfect foundation and ruins it with a combination of flavors that sound sophisticated but taste like a mistake. The Salted Honey Cold Foam creates a salty-sweet combination that fights against the coffee rather than complementing it, resulting in a drink that tastes confused and unbalanced. The cold foam should add creamy richness to the drink, but instead creates an odd, almost sauce-like consistency that coats your mouth in an unpleasant way. From a culinary perspective, salt can enhance sweetness and coffee flavors when used properly. But the proportions in this drink create competing tastes that cancel each other out rather than creating harmony. You taste salt, then honey, then coffee, but never in a way that feels intentional or pleasant. The honey component adds artificial sweetness that masks the natural coffee flavors. Instead of enhancing the coffee, the honey overwhelms it, creating a drink that tastes more like flavored milk than premium coffee. The most frustrating thing is the inconsistency. The cold foam application varies dramatically between baristas and locations, meaning you never know if you're getting a drink with too much foam, too little foam, or foam that's been sitting too long and lost its texture. The pricing reflects Starbucks' premium positioning, but the execution feels like a failed experiment that somehow made it onto the permanent menu. Baristas have expressed frustration with this drink because it's difficult to make consistently, and customers often complain about the taste. When the people making your drink don't believe in it, that's usually a sign that you shouldn't be ordering it. Seasonal drinks at Starbucks often generate massive social media buzz and long lines of customers eager to try the latest limited-time creation. The Witch's Brew Frappuccino, introduced as a Halloween special, proved that sometimes the hype is completely disconnected from the actual drinking experience. This purple-colored monstrosity combined artificial citrus flavoring with chia seeds, creating a drink that looked Instagram-worthy but delivered one of the most unpleasant drinking experiences in Starbucks history. The combination of flavors and textures created something that barely qualified as a beverage, let alone a premium coffee treat. The most immediately obvious problem was the texture. The chia seeds, which were supposed to add visual interest and nutritional value, instead created a slimy, gelatinous mouthfeel. Customers consistently described it as drinking slime or swallowing tadpoles. The artificial citrus flavoring is equally problematic. Instead of bright, refreshing citrus notes that might complement a cold beverage, the Witch's Brew featured chemical-tasting artificial flavors that overwhelmed any other taste elements that tasted like children's medicine. The purple color, achieved through artificial coloring, was clearly prioritized over flavor development. The drink was designed to look dramatic and shareable on social media, but the visual appeal came at the expense of creating something people would actually want to consume more than once. The seasonal positioning meant that customers had limited time to try this exclusive creation, creating artificial urgency that encouraged people to order before reading reviews. Many customers felt tricked into buying an expensive drink that was fundamentally unpleasant to consume. Baristas report this is one of the most complained about drinks in Starbucks history, with customers frequently returning partially consumed drinks and requesting refunds. The drink's failure highlights the problems with Starbucks' approach to seasonal marketing. Instead of creating limited-time versions of proven flavor combinations, they prioritized visual novelty and social media appeal over basic drinkability. The Cloud Macchiato was Starbucks' attempt to revolutionize the macchiato experience through innovative foam technology, but the result was a drink that prioritized novelty over flavor, creating an unbalanced beverage that satisfied neither macchiato purists nor casual coffee drinkers. A traditional macchiato is a beautiful study in simplicity and balance, espresso marked, with a small amount of steamed milk foam, creating a drink that highlights the coffee while adding just enough creaminess to soften the intensity. The proportions are carefully calibrated to create harmony between the bitter espresso and the sweet, creamy milk. The Cloud Macchiato abandoned this elegant simplicity in favor of a towering cloud of artificially enhanced foam that overwhelmed the espresso and created a drinking experience that felt more like consuming flavored air than enjoying coffee. The cloud foam was created using egg white powder, creating an unnaturally light and airy texture that didn't integrate well with the other drink components. The foam-to-coffee ratio was completely wrong, with so much foam that the espresso became a minor component in what should have been a coffee-forward drink. The flavor combinations offered, iced golden ginger and iced cinnamon, were clearly designed to mask the fundamental problems with the foam concept. The additional flavoring was necessary because the base drink didn't work on its own, requiring artificial enhancement to create any kind of satisfying taste experience. Many were disappointed that the innovative foam didn't enhance their coffee experience. Baristas reported that the cloud macchiato was difficult to make consistently, with the foam technique requiring specific timing that varied between locations. The cloud macchiato was eventually discontinued, proving that even Starbucks recognized that the concept didn't work. It represented the worst tendencies in modern coffee innovation, prioritizing novelty over fundamental flavor and balance. Starbucks bottled drinks from the cold case and their hot chocolate represent the worst value propositions on the entire menu, offering convenience store quality at premium coffee shop prices while delivering none of the freshness or customization that justifies visiting Starbucks in the first place. The bottled drinks, including bottled frappuccinos, iced coffees, and refreshers, are essentially shelf-stable products that you can buy at any grocery store for half the price. When you purchase these items at Starbucks, you're paying a massive markup for the convenience of buying them at a coffee shop rather than a supermarket. These bottled beverages are mass-produced in factories, loaded with preservatives and artificial flavors to maintain shelf stability, and bear little resemblance to the fresh-made versions of similar drinks. The bottled Frappuccino tastes nothing like a freshly blended Frappuccino, instead delivering an artificial, overly sweet experience that feels more like liquid candy than coffee. The pricing is particularly insulting when you consider that a bottled Frappuccino at Starbucks costs nearly as much as a freshly made Frappuccino, but delivers significantly less satisfaction and quality. The hot chocolate is equally disappointing, representing the laziest menu item at Starbucks. This isn't artisanal hot chocolate made with quality cocoa and carefully steamed milk. It's literally just milk mixed with chocolate syrup, the same combination you could make at home for a fraction of the cost. For families with children, the hot chocolate seems like a reasonable option, but the reality is that you're paying $3 to $4 for something that costs maybe 25 cents to make and delivers less satisfaction than most grocery store hot chocolate mixes. Both the bottled drinks and hot chocolate represent Starbucks at its most cynical, charging premium prices for products that require minimal skill, effort, or quality ingredients to produce. These items exist purely to extract maximum profit from customers who don't realize they're paying coffee shop prices for convenience store quality. Not every Starbucks drink is an overpriced disappointment. These three beverages prove that the chain can deliver genuine value, quality, and satisfaction when they focus on what they do best, rather than chasing gimmicky trends. The iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso represents Starbucks at its best, combining quality espresso with thoughtful flavor additions and a milk alternative that actually enhances rather than masks the coffee experience. This drink delivers genuine satisfaction while maintaining reasonable nutritional values. The foundation is properly extracted espresso that's shaken with brown sugar syrup and cinnamon, creating a drink where you can actually taste the coffee. This drink lets the coffee shine, while adding complementary sweetness and spice. But the real star is the oat milk, which creates a creamy, satisfying texture that complements espresso better than traditional dairy or other milk alternatives. Oat milk's natural sweetness and creamy consistency make it ideal for coffee drinks, creating richness without heaviness. A tall contains only about 100 calories with zero saturated fat and minimal added sugar compared to other Starbucks specialties. You're getting genuine indulgence without the guilt or blood sugar crash that comes with more heavily sweetened options. The espresso provides real caffeine content while the flavoring makes it feel special enough to justify the coffee shop experience, above making coffee at home. The consistency across locations is excellent, with the simple preparation method ensuring that you get the same quality experience regardless of which Starbucks you visit. The drink works because it enhances coffee rather than masking it. The iced caramel macchiato with almond milk represents a perfect example of how simple modifications can transform a good drink into a great one. This combination delivers the rich, layered flavors that made the caramel macchiato famous, while improving the nutritional profile and overall drinking experience. The traditional caramel macchiato is built on solid fundamentals: espresso, steamed milk, vanilla syrup, and caramel drizzle create distinct layers that provide different flavor experiences as you drink. The iced version maintains these flavor layers while providing refreshing coolness that makes it perfect for any season. The almond milk substitution is where this drink becomes special. Unlike dairy milk, which can sometimes compete with or mask espresso flavors, almond milk provides creaminess while allowing the coffee to remain prominent. The subtle nuttiness actually complements both the vanilla and caramel elements. You get the satisfaction of a creamy coffee drink without the heaviness that can make dairy-based drinks feel overwhelming. The calorie and fat reduction makes this a more reasonable indulgence. By switching to almond milk, you're reducing calories and eliminating saturated fat while maintaining the flavors and satisfaction that make the caramel macchiato appealing. The layered presentation remains visually appealing, with the caramel drizzle creating Instagram-worthy drinks that actually taste as good as they look. The espresso quality shines through the balanced sweetness, providing real coffee flavor and caffeine content that justifies the coffee shop experience. The drink represents Starbucks' ability to create satisfying specialty drinks when they focus on balance and quality. Simple, thoughtful modifications can create genuinely superior drinking experiences. The strawberry Açaí refresher succeeds because it does exactly what it promises: delivers refreshing, fruit-forward flavor without excessive sweetness or artificial taste. This drink represents Starbucks' ability to create non-coffee beverages that justify coffee shop pricing through quality and satisfaction. The base combines strawberry and Açaí flavors with real fruit pieces, creating a drink that tastes like actual fruit. The Açaí provides antioxidant benefits while adding subtle tartness that balances the strawberry sweetness naturally. The refreshing quality is genuine, providing hydration and energy without the heaviness or artificial aftertaste that plagues many specialty beverages. It's light enough to be satisfying without being filling, making it perfect for any time of day. The caffeine content is moderate, providing gentle energy from the natural caffeine of green coffee extract, creating sustained energy. The fruit pieces add textural interest and visual appeal while reinforcing the natural fruit flavors. Unlike drinks where add-ins feel gimmicky, the fruit pieces in the strawberry Açaí refresher serve a functional purpose in enhancing the overall experience. The customization options like coconut milk or lemonade work well, creating genuinely different and appealing variations. The base is strong enough to support modifications without losing its essential character. The pricing feels reasonable for what you receive: a refreshing, flavorful beverage made with quality ingredients that provides genuine satisfaction that delivers clear worth for the price. The drink works year-round, providing refreshing satisfaction in summer and bright, fruity flavors during darker winter months. It's become a reliable menu staple that consistently delivers on its promises. The Starbucks menu is a minefield of overpriced regrets disguised as premium coffee shop experiences, but it doesn't have to be. The 5 drinks we exposed today represent everything wrong with modern coffee culture's obsession with novelty over quality. These drinks prioritize Instagram appeal, artificial complexity, and profit margins over the fundamental goal of creating beverages that people actually want to consume. They're expensive mistakes that leave customers feeling ripped off and questioning why they didn't just make coffee at home. But the 3 drinks that get it right prove that Starbucks can create genuinely satisfying beverages when they focus on quality ingredients, balanced flavors, and customer satisfaction over gimmicky innovation. Your daily coffee budget deserves better than overpriced chemistry experiments disguised as premium beverages. When you know which Starbucks drinks deliver genuine value and satisfaction, you can make informed choices that enhance your day rather than drain your wallet for disappointing experiences. The next time you're standing in front of that menu board, remember this guide. Skip the gimmicky seasonal specials and artificial innovations that prioritize novelty over drinkability. Choose beverages that respect both your taste buds and your budget by delivering authentic flavors and genuine satisfaction. Because life's too short for bad coffee, and your morning ritual deserves drinks that actually make your day better.